Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum girls. In this lecture we discuss about the transistor. Transistor is a three-terminal doped semiconducting device which consists of two PN junctions. And this device is used in many electrical devices, and its work as an amplifier means it's used for amplification of current and voltage, and it's also work as switch in most electrical devices like computer. As you know that semiconductors are those material whose conductivity is in between insulator and conductors. Like they behave like a insulator at 0 Kelvin temperature, but when you increase the temperature they become the conductor. And you have pure conductor semiconducting material, as well as you add the impurity in semiconducting material, and the resultant semiconducting material which is having impurity, you call it doped semiconducting material. So when you form a transistor, in transistor you also add certain impurities either from group 5 or either from group 3rd in a pure semiconducting material. And impurities are added in such a way that there is formation of two PN junctions. You can also define the transistors as back-to-back combinations of the PN junctions. Like we constructed a transistor in such a way that a N-type material is sandwiched between two P-type material, or P-type material is sandwiched between two N-type material. Mean we introduce the impurity inside semiconducting material in such a way that at the two sides we introduce the trivalent impurity, that the two sides become P-type, and at the center we introduce the impurity from group 5, mean we introduce the pentavalent impurity, and this side become the N-type. Now N is sandwiched between two P-type semiconducting material. Or you make the semiconducting material in such a way that you introduce the pentavalent impurities at two sides, and at center you introduce the trivalent impurity. Now P is sandwiched between two N-type materials. Now this is a transistor. That N-type is sandwiched between two P-type, or P is sandwiched between two N-type. Now the resultant device you called transistor. Now when you introduce the impurity in semiconducting material and there is formation of either PNP junction or PNP transistor or NPN transistor, in this construction you have two PN junctions. You know that inside N-type material electrons are majority charge carrier, and inside P-type material there is deficiency of electrons, means holes are majority charge carrier. Now from N side electrons diffuses towards P side, and from other N side electrons also diffuses towards P side. When electrons move from N towards P, they left the positive hole in N region, mean now there is deficiency of electrons, and electrons are accommodated in P side. Now there is excess of electrons in P side, so there is formation of PN junction on one PN side, and there is formation of another PN junction on other PN side. Now the resultant semiconducting material, in which N is either sandwiched between two P-type or P is either sandwiched between two N-type, have three terminal. The first terminal you call emitter, second terminal you call base, and third terminal you call collector. Which terminal you call the emitter? Emitter is that region, that terminal, that site of a transistor which is heavily doped and its size is moderate. And base is very lightly doped region, as well as its size is also very small. And collector size is very large, but its doping concentration or impurity atom in collector region is smaller as compared to emitter. Mean collector is larger in size and emitter is heavily doped region. Impurity you add inside emitter is greater as compared to base as well as compared to collector, but its size is greater as compared to base and it's smaller as compared to collector. But the size of collector is larger as compared to base as well as emitter, but the concentration of impurity atom or doping concentration in collector is smaller as compared to emitter as well as base. You can take emitter either p side or n side. An NPN transistor, this one may be emitter, this one collector and this one base. As well as in P, you can take P as a emitter and this P as a collector and this N as a base. Now we discuss what are the symbols for NPN transistors as well as PNP transistor. The symbol for NPN transistor as well as PN transistor is same, but the difference is only this arrow. This arrow shows the direction of current. In case of NPN transistor, the direction of arrow is towards emitter, but in case of PNP transistor, the direction of arrow is toward base. Why there is difference of direction of arrow? In normal operation of the transistor, its work in such a way that the emitter base junction is in forward biased mode and collector base junction is in reversed biased mode. And you know that forward biased we mean that when P is connected towards positive and N is connected with negative terminal of the voltage, then this combination you call the forward biased mode. Clear? And other side, when N is connected with positive and P is connected with negative, now this combination you call the reversed biased mode. Now when emitter base junction is made forward biased, mean P is connected with positive, N is connected with negative. Now you know that conventional direction of current is from positive towards negative. So current flow from base towards emitter mean from P towards N. Clear? In case of PNP transistor, again we make the emitter base junction forward biased and collector base junction reverse biased. Forward biased we mean that we connect this P with positive terminal of the battery and N with negative terminal of the battery. And collector base junction is reverse biased, we mean that P is connected with negative and B is connected with N is connected with positive. Now again current flow from positive towards negative, mean from emitter towards base. So in case of PNP transistor, the direction of arrow is towards base, and in case of NPN transistor, the direction of arrow is towards emitter. And the symbol for both NPN and PNP transistor is same, just there is difference of arrow, direction of arrow, and this direction of arrow indicate the direction of flow of current. In case of NPN, current flow direction is from base towards emitter, and in case of PNP, current flow direction is towards from base towards emitter, from emitter towards base. Okay guys, now we discuss about the operation of the transistor. Operation of transistor we mean that how does its work whenever it's connected in any electrical device. For normal operation of the transistor, the emitter base junction is forward biased and collector base junction is reverse biased. You know that a circuit is said to be in forward biased when N type is connected to negative terminal of the voltage source and P type is connected to the positive terminal of the voltage source. So for operation of the transistor, we consider the NPN transistor and we make the emitter base junction forward bias such that we connect the N terminal, also N side of the transistor to the negative terminal of the voltage source and P side of transistor to the positive terminal of the voltage source, and we make base collector junction reverse bias, such that we connect N with positive and P with negative terminal of the voltage source. Now emitter base junction is in forward biased mode and collector base junction is in reverse biased mode. As we discussed that emitter is heavily doped region of the transistor, mean the doping or impurity concentration in N side or in emitter side is much as compared to base as well as collector. And base is less doped region and collector is larger in size but doping concentration is less as compared to emitter. Now when emitter is connected to negative terminal of the voltage source, negative mean there is excess of electron. So the electrons from emitter move towards base and base is less doped region of the transistor. So some of the electrons which comes from emitter are collected or recombined with hole present in base and the remaining electrons are attracted towards the collector. Means most of the electrons which are emitted from emitters are collected by the collector. There is motion of electrons in emitter, in base and as well as in collector. The electrons which are moving from emitter, they constitute the emitter current denoted by IE, and the electrons which move in base, they form the base current denoted by IB, and the electrons which move in collector, they form the electrons which are collected by the collector, they form the collector current. Now the electrons which are emitted from emitter or the current flow from emitter is equal to the base current as well as its collector current. So we can write that IE is equal to IB plus IC, mean the emitter current is equal to the base current plus collector current, because the charges move from the emitter and they are collected to base as well as through emitter. So the base current plus collector current is equal to emitter current. But as we said it, base is less doped region. Very few electrons recombine with holes in base region. Almost all the electrons are collected by the collector. So we can say that the emitter current is almost equal to collector current because base current is very small. Now electrons move from emitter towards base and few of electrons move from base towards the positive terminal of this voltage source and other electrons move towards the collector and they are collected at the positive terminal. Most of the electrons are collected at collector because it's having high potential as compared to the emitter. Emitter is connected to low potential and it's having high potential. You know that electron is having negative charge and here you provide the large potential difference between emitter and collector. It's at high potential and emitter is at low potential. So electrons which comes from emitter are collected by the collector due to potential difference between the emitter and collector. Very few electrons are moved through the base towards the positive terminal of the voltage which are connected across base and collector, base and emitter. Now you know that inside doped semiconducting material there are majority as well as minority charge carrier. In N-type electrons are majority charge carrier and in P-type holes are majority charge carrier. There are certain transistors in which both electrons and holes take part in current. These transistors are called bipolar junction transistor, and in this chapter we only discuss about the bipolar junction transistor, mean the transistor in which both the electrons and hole, majority as well as minority charge carrier, take part in current. And when current is just because of the majority charge carrier, in case of P, majority charge carrier are holes, and in case of N, majority charge carrier are electron. So when only majority charge carrier take part in current, then we say that this transistor is unipolar transistor. But we only discuss about the bipolar transistor in which both electron as well as holes take part in current. This is all about the introduction to transistor. If you have any confusion or any question, you can ask in your WhatsApp group. Thank you.